Hey, it's Nikki. I just wanted to pop in and invite you to the Sales Scripts for Increasing Influence Masterclass. It's happening in September. This course is for the person who loves language and is committed to improving their communication skills. We would love to have you in this course with us. I am going to be focusing on how to uncover and overcome objections and then what to say to move past those objections. I am going to be teaching techniques on how to speak with more clarity, how to prompt people to take action by the way that you frame your questions and the way you frame your suggestions, and so much more. We'd love to have you join. Now, to get more details and to register, and when you register using this link, it's going to save you $200 off the registration fee. So here's the link, yoursalesmaven.com/SEPT save 200. So it's like September save 200, but abbreviated for September. So SEPT save 200. yoursalesmaven.com/SEP save 200. Would love to have you in this course with us. It is fantastic content. It will absolutely change the way you communicate. I hope to see you there.
Do sales conversations make you feel awkward or pushy? It's time to ditch the outdated salesy strategies. Your guide, Nikki Rausch, will show you how to combine kindness with selling skills to meet your prospects where they are, and in the process, how to up-level your influence and income. Learn how to earn business easily and effortlessly. Here's Nikki.
Welcome, and thank you for listening to the Sales Maven Show. I'm your host, Nikki Rausch, and I'm here to offer you tips, techniques, and strategies to master your sales conversations. Today is a solo episode, and I want to share an analogy that I've been talking a lot about lately with clients, and I want to talk about it with you. And it has to do with samples. It has to do with free content that you're putting out into the market. It has to do with all these amazing things that you're doing to lead people into working with you, giving them a taste of working with you. And then there's this little thing that I'm finding over and over and over people are then afraid to do, which is offer the next step. And so I've been talking about this analogy lately around Costco. Now, if you're not familiar with Costco, Costco is like one of those large warehouse stores. You have to have a membership to get in. They sell a lot of things in bulk. But one of the things Costco is known for is their samples. Now, if you've ever walked around Costco and tried out the sample, the thing that I don't think you've ever seen when you go and you walk around Costco is you've never gone and had a taste of something and then look to see how you could buy the full pack of whatever it is that you just sampled that was so delicious. They don't keep it on a different aisle. They keep it right there next to the sample. And I've been telling people over and over again, take this lesson that Costco has taught around samples. If you're going to put free content out into the market, if you're going to do some type of a training, you're going to hold some type of a meeting, you're going to, let people download some awesome resource that you put together, you have to be ready to have that next step for them. Just like at Costco, it would be very annoying if you go and you try a sample of something and you think, yes, I would like to take that home and have some more of it, so I'm ready to buy. If the person at the sample cart said, oh, I could tell you where to find it, but it's kind of complicated. You go down this aisle and find this thing and then look to your left. All of that stuff would be super annoying to you. You'd be like, why don't they get their stuff together and just have it all in one place? And the same is true for your business. If you are making people have to go search to buy from you, whatever the next logical step is, you're making a huge mistake. You're probably annoying people. Now, Here's the thing about Costco and samples. Now, the sampler, the person who works the sample cart, when you come by and take a sample, they start to tell you a little bit about, oh, and here's what you get. It's a 2-pack, or it's this, or it's that. Here's different ways that you could use it. They start to give their spiel. They don't just let you take the sample and walk away. Now, maybe you like take it and say thanks and you keep walking. They don't chase you down, right? And be like, how offensive you took my sample and you didn't listen to my whole pitch. Same with you. When you're going to make a pitch about something, don't be offended if people don't want to hear the whole pitch. You're not making it for the people who don't want to hear it. You're making it for the people that are thinking to themselves, tell me more. What's included? What's next? What do I get when I buy this thing? And it's the same thing around sales. When you're putting out really great content, free, and you're giving people some little taste of something, they need to know how to get the full meal deal. They need to know what's next. So if you're being hesitant, I don't think I should sell them something, that's a huge mistake. You're probably annoying people, or you're leaving them feeling unsatisfied. I know I've talked about this before on the podcast, and it seems to come up over and over again when people are like, well, I put on this free training and I had, 30 people sign up and 10 people came, and then nobody bought anything. And I'm like, well, what did you offer? And they're like, what do you mean offer? Well, they have to know what to buy next. Oh, well, I didn't want people to think I was just being salesy. I didn't want them to think that I put on this free thing and that I was expecting them to buy. And I want to say, well, of course they know you're going to sell something. Of course they get to decide whether they buy it or not, but please don't rob them of the experience of buying something that's going to fulfill a need for them because you didn't want to come across salesy. And you don't have to be salesy. You just have to make the offer. This is why, I don't even know how long ago now, over a year ago, maybe 2, definitely a year, we started using Thrivecart. So Thrivecart is something that when you go to buy something from me, whatever it is, you're probably going to a Thrivecart page. And we started using Thrivecart for the very reason that they have order bumps and upsells. So when somebody comes to buy something from me, even they're like spending money, I'm not afraid to offer them something else. Now, does everybody who buys from me take the order bump? No. But do some people take the order bump? Yes. And the way that Thrivecart works, and I'm not advocating for Thrivecart over any other system that you're using out there, I'm just being really candid about what we use here in my business. The order bump is like something extra that they can get. Hopefully it's in some way complementary to whatever it is they're buying. We try to make it complementary in some way. So if you're going to buy a course from me, there's usually a strategy session at some special price. When you buy them together, you get some type of a bundle. And then right behind that, after the person clicks buy, there's usually another thing that they can then buy. That's called the upsell. Now, do people get annoyed that when they come to buy something from me, there's something else they can buy? I don't know. Nobody tells me they're annoyed by it. Not everybody does it, but the people who buy it are pleasantly surprised that it's there. And they're thrilled that I made it super easy for them. So I want to challenge you and ask you, are you making this really easy for people to get next steps from you? Whether you're offering something from free, like Costco, they give samples. They give samples out for a reason, right? Because it sells product for them. So don't ever be afraid of giving a sample, but you got to give them some way to buy something else from you. And also, once they buy, don't be afraid of offering them something else. It's okay for them to decline. Don't be offended by it. I'm never offended if somebody declines working with me or buying the next thing from me. But I also don't want anybody to walk away and be like, hey, I got this thing and it was great, but what else? They shouldn't have to think, what else? Where can I go find something else to buy from Nikki? I'm going to put it in front of you. I'm going to make it really easy for you to decide. because I do treat my clients like they're adults. They get to decide for themselves whether they want to buy or not. And I want to encourage you to treat your clients like adults. Let them decide if they want to take that next step with you, but it's your job to put it in front of them. So that's the crux of this episode today, is I want you to take a lesson from Costco. If you're giving out samples, make sure that you have the next logical step there for them to buy. Now, if you're doing a training, there's things that you can do to set yourself up for success. You can let them know that there's going to be an offer. So if you're doing some type of a free event, it's okay to say to somebody like, hey, here's the free ticket. And then at the start of it, you pre-frame and say, thank you so much for being here. Super excited. Many of you are going to want more, and I'm going to tell you how to get that at the end. And I know I've talked about this before, but you always do the pre-frame at the beginning. And then before you do the Q&A, if you're going to have any kind of Q&A, you make the offer. And people are ready for it because you just pre-framed it at the beginning. So they're expecting some type of an offer to come. Don't be afraid to do that. You can even do that in pre-recorded trainings, pre-recorded webinars, whatever it is that you're doing. If you've got a course, you can say to them, now, here's what you're going to get in the course. You're going to likely want some more, and I'm going to tell you how to get that at the end. And then you let them go through the course, and then at the end, you have the next thing for them to buy. If you are missing this step in your business right now, you're missing out on business revenue, and you're leaving your clients feeling unsatisfied in some way. So please be diligent about this. And if you have a couple people that act like, oh my gosh, how dare you sell to me, especially if you're giving them something for free and they're offended that you're making an offer and you're allowing them an opportunity to buy from you, they aren't ever going to be a client anyway. So let's bless and release any kind of attachment to people being offended or happy or delighted. Just make the offer and let them have their own reaction. Don't try to anticipate their reaction. Don't try to control their reaction. Just allow for them to have whatever reaction they need to have based on the fact that they've now gotten something from you. And now here's the way for them to get the next thing. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you'll start thinking of yourself as Costco, or the next time you're at Costco, look to see how easy they make it for you to sample product and for you to buy the full package of whatever it is that they're sampling. They put it right there. The sampler, the person working the sample booth, they've got it for you. You can take it right there. Put it in your cart, check out. So make it so easy for you to do this for your clients as well. All right. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast in 2022, you know that I'm doing the Year of Connection. I love the idea of sharing resources. I have been on the receiving end of incredible resources that I would have never found my way to if somebody in my life hadn't shared. So I'm trying to share my incredible resources with you. And in case this is helpful, so today I want to do a Year of Connection, and I want to do a shout out to Dina Pruitt. Now, Dina is the founder of D2 Strategic. And here's her little spiel. It says, looking to increase revenue or generate more leads for your business, D2 Strategic delivers proven results with strategy, testing, and data. They use smart audience research, a tested framework, and years of experience to create a campaign strategy that supports your business goals. And you can get more information about D2 Strategic, and you can connect with Dina by going to the website. It's www.d2, so then the letter D, the number 2, strategic.com. Now, Dina is somebody who, she's been a client for a long time, but she's also, I've been a client of hers. She has done my campaigns, my Facebook ad campaigns. Dina has done some work with us for Google Analytics and with the changes for Google. This is something I think is really timely that Dina is helping people get set up. I can't even tell you exactly what it is. It's Google G4 something. So sorry, Dina. Dina doesn't know I'm doing the shout out for her, so I'm not doing a great job. But here's what I will say. Go check out Dina. She puts on workshops. She's got lots of ways to connect with her, and she's an amazing, lovely person. I feel really honored to know her, and she's a great resource inside the Sales Maven Society for other members. She's just lovely, and so I wanted to do a shout out for her. And for you, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I am delighted every single week by hearing from people what their takeaways. So I'd love to hear what your takeaway is from this week. I also find it really delightful when somebody who listens to the podcast tells me, I took notes on that episode, or I had to listen to it 2 times because I wanted to capture this language, or whatever it is that you're getting out of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for being here. If we haven't connected yet, let's connect. I tend to hang out on Instagram. You can find me under Your Sales Maven. I'm on LinkedIn. You can find me under Nikki Rausch. And of course, you can always message me directly as well at nikki@yoursalesmaven.com. And if you haven't joined the Sales Maven Society yet, I'm inviting you. Come hang out with us. We got some cool things going on in there. And this is an opportunity for you and I to work together in a group setting where I can support you on growing your business. And you can join the Sales Maven Society by going to salesmavensociety.com. If you enter coupon code 47trial, it'll take $100 off your first month of the group coaching program, and I'd love to see you in there with us. Thank you again for listening. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.
Thanks for listening to Sales Maven. Visit us online at yoursalesmaven.com/maven for more resources to boost your confidence and skills.